Why does it feel like your salary disappears just days after payday? You're not spending lavishly. You're not even shopping every weekend. Yet, somehow, by the 15th, you're already borrowing airtime or skipping your usual lunch. If you've ever stared at your bank app and thought, where did it all go? You're definitely not alone. But here's the truth most people won't say, it's not always your income that's the issue, it's your habits. In this video, we'll break down the top 5 reasons you're not saving enough, and exactly how to fix each one, starting today. You don't need to earn millions to start saving. You just need to stop leaking money through these 5 traps. Let's begin. 1. Living beyond your means. This is one of the most common reasons people struggle with saving, and the tricky part is that most people don't even realize they're doing it. You might earn $600 a month, but your lifestyle slowly shifts until it resembles someone who earns $1,200. Maybe it begins with small treats, ordering food more often, using ride-hailing services instead of taking the bus, or subscribing to multiple streaming platforms. These don't feel excessive individually, but when combined, they stretch your income beyond its limit. The most dangerous part about living beyond your means is how normal it feels at first. You convince yourself that you deserve small comforts, or that things are manageable because you'll adjust later, but the adjustments rarely come. Before long, you're stuck repeating the same cycle every month, wondering why your money never lasts. The fix begins with honesty, tracking your spending carefully for 1 month. When you see your spending pattern clearly, it becomes easier to make better decisions. A practical solution is to create a realistic budget that reflects your actual income and responsibilities. Instead of waiting for a raise, start controlling the version of your lifestyle you can actually afford today. You can even automate your savings so that a fixed amount, say $80 out of a $400 paycheck, goes straight into savings before you touch the rest. This forces you to live within what remains and protects your future from impulsive spending. Over time, you'll feel more in control of your money and less stressed about running out. 2. The "I'll save when I earn more" mentality. This mindset convinces many people to push saving into the future, expecting that a higher income will magically solve everything. But the truth is, people who can't save $20 out of $200 rarely save $200 out of $2,000. When income increases, lifestyle expectations often increase with it. Suddenly, you want a better phone, nicer clothes, more outings, or a bigger apartment. The money that was supposed to go into savings quietly gets absorbed by new desires. This mentality delays financial progress for years. You keep waiting for the right time, forgetting that good saving habits are not created by high income, they are created by consistency. Even saving $5 a week builds discipline and momentum. The act of saving itself rewires your mindset, making you more aware, intentional, and responsible with money. You don't improve your savings by waiting for more money, you improve by practicing with what you already have. The fix is to treat saving like brushing your teeth, small, everyday actions that compound over time. You can start with something minimal like $10 weekly. Most people won't miss $10, and yet over a year, that becomes more than $500. Use apps or bank automation to move this amount automatically so you don't rely on motivation. When saving becomes a habit, your financial confidence rises naturally. Here's a powerful insight: if you start saving small amounts now, you are training your future self to handle larger amounts responsibly. It's the habit, not the salary, that makes the real difference. 3. No clear savings goals. One major reason savings fail is the lack of clear direction. When you put money aside without knowing exactly what it is for, the money easily disappears the moment life gets inconvenient. People dip into their savings because they never attached meaning to the money, it's just sitting there, waiting to be spent. Without a defined purpose, saving feels like a chore instead of a mission, and you eventually lose the motivation to continue. But everything changes when your savings have identities. For example, imagine saying, "I'm saving $1,000 for my rent renewal in 6 months," or "I'm building a $300 emergency fund by December." Suddenly your brain connects your sacrifice today to your peace tomorrow. This connection makes saving meaningful and gives you a strong reason to say no to impulsive spending. The fix is to define SMART goals: clear, detailed, realistic, and time-based. Once you know exactly what your goal is, you can attach a monthly target to it and measure your progress. Even better, you can divide your money into different categories using multiple savings accounts or digital pockets. One for emergencies, one for future bills, one for personal goals. This separation protects your priorities and reduces the temptation to dip into what isn't yours to use. When your savings have purpose, discipline becomes easier. You start feeling excited about watching your progress. You resist unnecessary purchases because you're working toward something that matters. And slowly but surely, your savings begin to grow. 4. Peer pressure and social comparison. In today's world, social pressure is one of the most powerful forces affecting money decisions. You scroll through Instagram and see your friends traveling to new cities, upgrading their phones, or wearing brand new outfits every weekend. Maybe they're going out to expensive restaurants or posting glamour pictures from their vacations. Without even realizing it, you start feeling like you're behind, and that pressure pushes you to spend money you don't actually have. This type of comparison is financially damaging because it takes your focus away from your personal goals. You begin making choices to impress others rather than support your long-term stability. You might say yes to outings you can't afford, buy clothes just to match your friends, or invest in gadgets simply because others are doing it. Meanwhile, your real needs, things like savings, food, bills, or emergency funds, get pushed to the background. The fix begins with understanding that everyone's financial journey is different. Some people receive financial support from their families. Others are living on loans or credit. Some earn more than you, while others spend recklessly behind a pretty online image. Comparing yourself to these different realities is unfair and unrealistic. What matters is that you stay focused on your path. Whenever you feel tempted to keep up appearances, pause and ask, does spending this money help the life I'm trying to build? That simple question can save you hundreds of dollars every year. Real wealth is not about showing off, it's about stability, confidence, and peace of mind. And peace of mind is priceless. 5. Lack of financial education. This is one of the most overlooked reasons people fail to build savings. Many of us were never taught how to manage money in school. We learned science, history, and mathematics, but not how to budget, save, invest, or plan financially. As a result, people enter adulthood without the basic tools needed to make smart money choices. Without guidance, you may fall for scams, borrow from dangerous lenders, or spend impulsively without knowing the long-term consequences. A lack of financial education creates fear and confusion. Money becomes something stressful instead of something empowering. But the good news is that financial knowledge is more accessible today than ever. You can find free educational resources on YouTube, podcasts, finance blogs, or even inside financial apps. You don't need a finance degree, you just need curiosity and willingness. The fix is to dedicate a small amount of time to learning. Spend 10 minutes a day reading a finance article. Watch one money video every weekend. Listen to a budgeting podcast while cooking or commuting. In 1 year, that adds up to dozens of new lessons that strengthen your financial confidence. The more you learn, the less you fear money, and the more you save it instead of losing it. Financial education is not a luxury. It is protection. Protection from debt, from scams, from bad decisions, and from financial stress. When you know better, you save better, and you build a future you can trust. There you have it. Saving money doesn't require a perfect job or a miracle raise, it starts with simple, smart habits. Once you understand what's really holding you back, making better choices becomes easier. Focus on progress, not perfection. Every small, consistent step, whether it's saying no to unnecessary spending or learning more about finances, builds a stronger, more secure future. If this video helped you understand your saving habits better, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so you never miss a new financial video. And before you go, tell me in the comments, what saving-related question should AI answer for you next? See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.